Pivot.
Pivot. Pivot.
Pivot. Fixed.
So Mel has just had a problem. He got stuck in his van.
Couldn't get out.
The door handle broke. So this button here.
This cable simply slid out. Oh, I can't. How it slid out. There you go. That
I can't
come
see
out.
with your fingers.
That come out of there.
Yeah, so basically he's just had to unbolt the handle, the plastic
Just to push
handle,
that back in.
and just to push the cable back in that connects the button, this push button,
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a cable tie
and tie it.
and put it around these two cables to hold
make
them
sure.
together.
Yeah,
And then that way it will never happen again.
because we were in the back and the door just jammed. So he took off all of this panelling to check whether or not there was a cable dislodged in here. But
And it was just off here.
Turns out that it was the cable behind the actual plastic button here. So this button was pushing in and not popping back out. So if you have this problem, it's a simple case of taking out these lugs that just pop out here and here.
That screws out.
Take the screws out with, what was it, a hex key, wasn't it, you
Yeah.
had? Hex key,
Torx bit.
torque bit, and then checking whether or not these cables, there you go, there's the torque screws, checking whether the cables behind here have come apart and come away, because that's what you want the button to be able to pivot.
Pivot.
Pivot! Pivot!
Pivot!
So that's what we're going to do now and get this panel back on.
I just want a cable tie. I think I've
Cable
got
tie.
a bunch in the boot.
Okay, get a cable tie and to cable them together. If it doesn't rain, it pours. But yeah, good idea to check the cables behind here. And also, if you've got a kitchen unit, Mel said it many times before on his channel, but don't screw this panel and then fit a kitchen unit because you can't get to it. So Mel has velcroed and stuck this panel, so if he ever needs to get to this, he can just pop it off, and it's got a few screws on this end that we can get to. But yeah, you're stuck if this panel is permanently fixed, because there's no way you're going to get to those fixings at the back there because this kitchen is in the way. So yeah, quick tip, check the handle if you ever get stuck in your back. And another good thing is that he was able to get out because obviously he's got the cut through. But if you haven't got a cut through, you are stuck in the back of your van and you have to climb out the back. So this is what they look like with the fixings taken away. So you've got two screws at the bottom and then you've got the mechanism at the top with all of this gubbins behind.
The toolbox out of the boat because I've got so much stuff in there. I've got to go to my lock-up and get rid of some of this stuff.
Yeah, now that he's finished helping me with my van build, he's got all the tools that he doesn't need anymore stuck in the back.
Or maybe I do need them. Yeah. We have to keep a select few tools for Mary to keep her on the road.
Good old Mary. So,
Yeah, I'm just going to put the cable tie around there like that. And now, that ain't never going to come off again.
so it's not going to drop down again now.
That will never come out. There you go. Fix it once, fix it right. There you go.
There we go.
Happy days.
So it's just a case of putting that back in now.
Wriggling it back in.
Yeah.
There you go. Now this top nut, the top one's a bit rusty and it was a bit of a struggle to get it out. Ordinarily I would put a little bit of copper slip on this and put it in there. But my toolkit is buried right at the back of my van. So
It's a job for
actually,
another day
I've
then.
got some WD-40 here.
Oh yeah, put some in that
Old
one.
stock. Yeah, a little bit of WD-40 would be better than nothing.
The joys of van life. Toolkit, boots, dirty washing, side of the door.
Show us one more crap.
On a plus point though, the lights in the back are looking badass. There we
better.
go.
I've
We
seen
have
it.
light.
We don't want to cross-thread it, so a little bit of WD-40.
Just to help lubricate it.
Normally I would put a little bit of copper slip on, but I'll do that with everything. Everything I'll take apart, whenever I put it back together, I always put a little bit of grease or copper slip on there, so that eventually everything's easy to take apart. If you have to take it apart again, it's easier to take it off.
Yeah. And also you're maintaining it as well, aren't you?
Hopefully you don't have to take it apart again. But I'll tell you where I was shocked was the battery lid, the lid for the battery compartment.
Oh yeah, what, under the passenger?
Under the passenger's in the passenger footwell.
Yeah.
Because the bolts go through the body of the van, and the end of the bolts are actually exposed to the elements outside, but underneath. I'm flying it.
I can't see you.
Yeah, so I'd recommend people doing that, lifting their battery lid and putting copper slip on them bolts. Yeah.
To protect
I think
them.
yours were the same. Yours was really stuck.
Yeah.
More than mine, and my van's older than yours.
Yeah, so it just goes to show that it doesn't matter the age of the van, it just happens anyway.
My back's gone.
I wonder why.
Trying to get my toolbox out the boot.
Shall we go those are the little lugs? Oh yeah, this is the. These are the lugs that go on. So there we go. Let's
I
go.
was planning on doing it. Hang on, I'm putting it back together. I've not even tried it yet. Let's try it. Shut the door. Of course it works.
Yeah. Cable ties. They came in handy and saved so many times, don't they?
Yeah, saved me in Scotland.
Oh, boink. Watch out, Mary.
My turbo pipe blew in Scotland, and I used cable ties to clamp the cable back, the pipe back together. That's it. Just need a bit of tape now to redo me vapour barrier.
Oh yeah.
I'm stuck. Do you have to film this?
Mel's handy door stop.
There is a company that makes these little wedges that go on the top rail, and he did send me a message on Instagram offering me a free sample, but I lost the message. So
If you're out there,
yeah, get in touch, and I don't want a free sample. I would happily buy it from you and do a video review.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a wedge with a little, and then the door goes in it wherever you want it.
And holds it back.
Brilliant idea.
Yeah.
But I didn't get back to the guy, and I feel really bad about it. So if you're watching this video, get back in touch.
It's a really good idea because you constantly, especially on a slope, you need to be able to have your door hicked back. And if, like Mel, you've got a broken hinge which doesn't hold the door, perfect solution. Gaffer tape.
For my vapour barrier. We don't want
Any moisture.
moisture getting inside the door. We don't want that. A little while ago I made a video, and I think I entitled that video "Don't Make This Mistake," and that was about when you put a kitchen across your door like this, you want to set it up so you can get this door card off. Boy, am I glad I did that, because there's no way I would have got this door card off if I hadn't have taken out the little plastic poppers
Yeah.
in this section. All I did put Velcro in, but I've got to admit the Velcro failed, it came undone, so I ended up using gaffer tape down this edge to stick it on that side. So this panel on the inside of the door, I use these poppers here, and the middle one, these ones I don't use. I just put a sheet of gaffer tape down there and
tab it over.
I'm so glad I did that, because there's no way I would have got this off without taking my kitchen unit out of the van.
Yeah, and you don't want to be doing that for a 10-minute job.
Yeah, and I did make a video about that, and quite a few people actually mocked me for making that video.
Well, they're not mocking now, because this was a serious problem, because we were both stuck in the back, weren't we?
Well, I was.
Yeah.
No, I should say you was. I was alright. I climbed out the front.
Yeah. But you know, it's a genuine concern, because if you didn't have the walkthrough,
Yeah,
it would be a
imagine
serious
that.
problem.
You'd have to.
You'd
well,
have to
I can
climb.
open my back doors.
Yeah, so you'd
I
have
can
to
open
climb
my
out.
back doors from the inside.
Yeah,
I
I
think-
can't.
No, see. It's always good to have
Back up.
a plan your exit.
Yeah.
Excuse me, while I close the door.
He has a handy window though.
This window, yeah. I would always have an opening window in the sliding door, always.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. I'm
I
so
did it
jealous.
once. I put a window in a van once with no opening thing because I was being a bit tight, a bit of a Scrooge. But yeah, always put an opening window. It's worth it. It's worth the extra cost, I think.
Yeah, I definitely do it now, knowing than what I know.
Huh?
I definitely have a window opening on the side now.
Yeah.
I'm totally jealous of this one because it's super nice because you can just open it up for just a bit if you want it, or fully if you want a big window.
But you're not having me window. You've had me solar panel. You've had me shower.
I'm not allowed his window.
This hat, by the way, come from Coral Bay in Australia.
Dun, dun, dun.
A fellow truck driver gave it to me. I've got to go back to Coral Bay one day.
Yeah. We will, or you will.
Oh well, I don't know about you. That's a bit mean, wasn't it?
He obviously doesn't want me to come.
Of course I do. I'd love to show you around.
So the door is all fixed now. Handle's gone back as it should. Clicks back in place, and then when we shut the door, the button presses in. So that's the panel all back in, and Mel has just taped the other side. So if we go into the van, I can show you. So this now pops up, whereas before you'd press it and it would stick and hold in that position. Nothing to do with the actual lock, that all worked fine, but it was just that didn't pop. So cable tie, quick solution.
So there you go. If you're thinking about putting a kitchen unit across your door, or any unit for that matter, think about how you're going to get your card off the door if ever you need to fix your locks like I just did. Because if you don't, then you're really going to be
Stuck.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and make sure you check my video out where I actually talk about this in more detail. We'll put a link to that video up there. Thanks for watching. Ta-da for now. Just wish it would stop breaking. Thanks for watching. Ta-da for now.